Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Do it on the road, do it together, overtime, don't matter. All right?
Hey, way to stay together.
I love it, man.
Fight all the way to the end.
Nets World, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets Kingdom, hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. Also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, SoundCloud, all social platforms. You type in Nets Kingdom, we're gonna pop up. Check out the new website, netskingdom.net. All your latest articles and breakdowns will be on there too. So, Sixers Nets preview. Can the Nets steal game one? Let's all be honest with ourselves, Nets world. We're supposed to get swept by the Sixers, or at least gentlemen swept. I mean, everybody thinks we're going to lose. The Sixers have the talent, they have the roster. We're supposed to lose this series, but I think there is a chance that we could steal a couple games. And that is where we got to start here. I'm going to break down in this video the things that we can do that can help give us a shot to frustrate the Sixers and possibly steal some games. Now let's break down the Sixers. In terms of offensive efficiency, the Sixers are the fourth best offense in the NBA. They average about 115 points per game. That's about 14th right now in the NBA. Now defensively, the Sixers are 9th in the NBA. Points in the paint, the Sixers are 21st in the NBA. You would think they would be a little bit higher than that because of Joel Embiid and Harden, but we'll talk about that later because Embiid tends to fall in love with the jump shot and Harden in the foul line, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, as far as three-point percentage, the Sixers are the most efficient team in the NBA at number one, shooting 38.6 as a team. They take about 32 three-pointers a game as a team, which is not that high. They are 16th in the NBA at three-point attempts. Now, we think about what the Sixers struggle against. Now, the number one thing I want to break down what the Sixers struggle against is pushing the pace. Teams that are fast and push the pace, the Sixers are 28th in the NBA at stopping the fast break and giving up fast break points. So we have to do a good job of pushing the paces this series. Spencer Dinwiddie is our point guard. He has to get that out in the fast break and run. Same with Mikal. All our guys, ball handlers that are point guards or shooting guards, we got to push the pace because the Sixers do not like to get back in the fast break. They're Embiid, Harden, those guys don't like to get back. They struggle with teams that are young and fast and want to run up and down the court. That's one of their weaknesses. Now, the second thing that the Sixers struggle with is that perimeter three-point line defense. Now, they're a good team when it comes to protecting the paint, top 10, but they tend to let teams shoot a lot of threes on them. Now, you look at the numbers. If you look at the numbers right now, the Sixers' three-point defense looks good on statistic-wise. They look good statistic-wise. Like, you'll look at their numbers, 3 points attempted, their percentage, their defense percentage. It's good. But when you look at the eye test, it's like they tend to get cooked from three a lot of times. You know, Embiid is 90% in drop coverage. He's not going to be at that perimeter three-point line. Harden, you know him. He's not going to be chasing guys around screens and contesting. The Sixers' communication sometimes is really bad. A good shooting team from three can take advantage of them from the perimeter. One of our greatest strengths as a team on the Nets is our three-point shooting. We have tons of shooters. We have guys, tons of 40% shooters, guys that can 3 and D. We can take advantage of that weakness of the Sixers guarding the three-point line because they don't do a good job at it. I mean, you look at these clips. Miami Heat a couple days ago torched the Heat by 30 just by giving up threes. I know people are going to say it's a regular season game, but they got torched bad, you know. And even the game when we played them, the first game, right after the trade, we were getting good looks from three and hitting threes, and they tend to struggle with that, you know. And so I think we can take advantage of that, taking threes, because they can be very inconsistent on guarding the three-point line, and that's one of their weaknesses as the Sixers. Now, the third thing is the zone defense. Now, the Sixers tend to struggle with teams that play zone. Now, we look back at this matchup between Miami Heat and the Sixers a couple days ago. Frankly, I think Sixers fans are going to watch this and be happy that they're playing us instead of Miami because the Miami zone has been a staple for their defense for a long time. I just hope Jacques Vaughn takes a little bit of what he sees from this game with the Miami Heat, how they guarded Embiid, how they ran their zone. I hope he takes a lot of that film and uses it, implants it in the strategy for us to try to get over on the Sixers. You know, we got to believe. Now you look at this film right here. Look at how they played Embiid. Embiid, they tend to run Embiid a lot. The Sixers have a lot of sets to get Embiid into that mid-range area, and usually that's his sweet spot. That mid-high post area right there, that's his sweet spot. That's where he likes to cook and get a lot of mid-ranges. But you see how the zone kind of messes up the rhythm. You got Bam Adebayo and help. Look at the communication with the Miami Heat zone. Like I said, Embiid loves that midi high post area. That's his sweet spot. Now, a lot of teams send the hard double right here because Embiid's too fast, too strong, too mobile. He's the MVP. That's an easy dub for him one-on-one. But look what Miami does. They stay down in their principles. Now, Jimmy Butler comes over. He's in one pass away. He's waiting to see what Embiid's going to do. But before he doubles, he's waiting. Now, he doubles now when he sees Embiid about to make Embiid takes a jab step, he doubles. PJ Tucker cuts, but Bam does a good job in the zone helping that. Now, Jimmy eventually switches. He says, I got him. Get back in the zone. Look how they pack the paint. They're showing Embiid bodies, but at the same time, doubling at the right times. They're turning Embiid into a playmaker, which is one of his weaknesses. You see, they're saying Embiid, he takes a dribble, he has two guys on him, and then he passes it out, and it's a turnover. That's one of Embiid's weaknesses. I know he's an MVP. He's an amazing superstar, generational talent, but he has some weaknesses with the playmaking. Passing out of zones, reading double teams, passing out of the double teams, finding the right guys, finding the guys in the corner. That's something he struggles at, and the Heat kind of took advantage of that when they doubled him. Now, here's another possession. The Nets also did a good job of this in our game after we did this after the first trade. Jimmy Butler fronts Joel Embiid. You got one guy, one ball, but look at his help. Caleb Martin is already in the paint waiting for him to pass to Embiid so the double can come. They swing the ball. Embiid's like, bet, I'm going to try the other block. Jimmy does a good job getting lower than Embiid, but look at the help. Look at the help in the zone from Strus. Strus is waiting for him. Harden sees that. He's like, damn, I got to take this contested three so I don't risk a turnover, So it's like basically possessions like that. They're shading Embiid, not totally doubling him, blitzing him, but they're showing that there's guys right behind him waiting for him to help, waiting for him to make that turn and double, or waiting for him. They're showing Embiid that there's other guys right behind him, so he has to pass out. So yeah, that zone coverage does tend to frustrate the Sixers. In this game, the Miami Heat torched the Sixers by 30. The Sixers were giving up tons of threes, and the zone coverage had them in mayhem. And we have to do a good job of mixing up the defensive coverages against the Sixers. Embiid is a generational talent, but he's got to be shown different looks constantly, all game, every single game. And with Harden too. I think we have to show if Harden is in playmaking mode, I think that's better for us because we don't want Harden hitting threes and being scoring. We know Maxey can score, McDaniels can come off the bench and score, Milton and those guys, but I'll live and die with those guys going off. Tobias Harris, if he goes, I'll live and die with those guys going off. But if Harden is in playmaking mode, just giving you assists, I think that is better for us because we don't want him scoring. We don't want him scoring. We got to take away him getting to the line, getting to the free throw line, and taking away his threes. Make sure he doesn't hit open or take contested threes. Make sure you put a hand up when closeouts when he takes threes. Now going back, this is the last thing I have on the Sixers about trying to steal a game from them is we have to outwork them. We have to outwork. They have all the talent. They have the generational Embiid. They have Harden. They have the guys. They have the roster. But we have to outwork them. That's all we have. We have to outwork them. I mean, that saying, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard? That's got to be our mantra going into this series. Every possession we have to win. Every loose ball, every dive on the floor, doubles, getting back on defense, we have to work harder than them to at least get a couple games, or if we can win this series, maybe, And I'm gonna go back to this game right after the trade. The first game we played against Philly. Look at what Mikal Bridges does right here. Mikal Bridges steals an inbound pass, and look how lazy, kind of like the lazy pass the Sixers made. But this is the type of energy we need going into this game or going into this series. We gotta be on them. Full court press, doing the little things, the little nuances of the game that takes away, that teams don't really talk about. Those little things, the things that kind of PJ Tucker on the Sixers does. we got to have, all of us got to be PJ Tucker on the Nets. We got to play that way, scrappy, get on the floor, getting them offensive rebounds, boxing out, when somebody's not boxing out, take advantage of that, clash the glass. Those are the type of things that I think we could steal a game one if we are on all cylinders. Again, shooting, I talked about in this video, the shooting, taking advantage of the 3-point line, the zones, the defensive coverages on Embiid, and the hard work, the hustle, outworking them. Those are kind of like, I think, the three things that are going to be the formula for us stealing a game against the 76ers. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on all. Let me know, what do you guys think about this first game one, or what can we do during this series? Are you guys more in favor of just blitzing Embiid? You guys want to take away Harden, or you guys want to let Embiid kind of go off and take away all the other guys, or kind of throw different looks? Let me know what you guys think and what your strategies are for beating the 76ers. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's your boy AJ. I'm out.